Welcome to URL's Battle Rap Arena with Hip Hop Psycho. I'm by myself right now. I'm waiting for Street Star North and Mickey that's on the show. Yeah, we had an event this past Saturday, as everyone knows, on March 9th. You know, everybody was celebrating, you know, the life of Biggie Smalls, rest in peace. And, you know, entitled Unfinished Business, because obviously, you know, we had to get a lot of these battles out that got canceled at the whole Armageddon event in the past December. And we got two of the battles out. And also we had a PG battle that also was the undercard, which was Tone Montana versus Lotta Zay. Now, that battle right there was crazy. Was crazy. Let me tell you, they both started out on fire, doing their thing. The first round is real debatable. Probably the hardest round to judge of that battle. And yeah, they both went the fuck in. Tone Montana has a lot of stage presence live in the building, and he showed that in the first round. And then you had Lotta Zay bounce back, and Lotta Zay always had bars in my opinion, but his stage presence really turned up this battle, and he returned fire in the first round, and shit was crazy. And then the second round came around, and Tone Montana did his thing again. It wasn't as impressive as his first round, in my opinion, but he did enough to, you know, put some pressure on Lotta Zay to come back and do something in the second. And in my opinion, Lotta Zay responded. And that round I was able to call a little bit easier in the building. I gave that one to Lotta Zay. And it was a debatable 1-1 going into the third. Some people might say 2-0 Lotta Zay. It's a debatable 1-1. You pretty much have to wait till the footage to come out to judge for yourself. And then the third round came around, and Tone Montana had a couple of issues in the third round. He had a couple of issues, a couple of little slip-ups, and that pretty much hurt him because, you know, the battle was kind of debatable going into the third, and in my opinion, that kind of hurt him. And then Lotta Zay came and had his best round of the whole battle, his third round. He ran with this one scheme. I'm not going to get too deep into detail, but he ran to this one scheme that had the building going nuts, going crazy. And yeah, he took a clear win in my personal opinion, 2-1. Or some people might say 3-0 after the footage comes out. I'm not sure. It all depends on what your taste is. But I think common consensus is going to probably be that Lotta Zay won that battle. But it was still a good battle to watch though, real entertaining. And then we had the Goods battle versus X Factor, which I found out later had some controversy. Out in the building, it didn't seem controversial, but you know, once I got back, I found out it was controversial, a little something. But anyway, I'm just gonna speak on what I saw in the building. Okay, let's see. Goods started off first, and let me say this: for everybody that wanted to see the old Lion Den Goods come back, they're gonna like this battle because the old Lion Den Goods is definitely back. He came in, you know, he had his good swag on and everything else. Wait, hold on one second. I apologize. That was Mickey. He's about to try to get on right now. But yeah, like I was saying, Goods came in and he was just on his, you know, normal good swag. You know, he was laid back, mellow, had his cup in his hand, and you know, he was doing what Goods normally do. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he had an impressive, entertaining first round. And then X Factor came on, and X Factor started off decent. You know, he started off, you know, he was entertaining in the beginning. You know, he started, you know, doing what X Factor do for the most part. I don't want to give away too many bars, but he had the crowd. The crowd was rolling with him. You know what I mean? And they was waiting for him to spit some heavy bars. He was joking around in the beginning, which was cool, but they was waiting for him to spit that shit, that X Factor shit, you know what I'm saying? And he started going off into he had a scheme going. a personal type scheme, and it really wasn't connecting with the crowd. The crowd, because we had just got finished watching. Now, mind you, we had just got finished watching the Bar Fest with the whole Lotta Zay Montana battle, and that they wanted to hear more bars, and X didn't really give them that, in my opinion, in the first round. He was more focused on trying to expose Goods about a bunch of stuff that people didn't really know what he was talking about. They didn't know. That's the problem with personals. You know, sometimes, you know, people, like, if you use personals, it's probably best to use something that people have an idea of what you're already talking about before you get into it, so they can keep up and follow along with you. And it really wasn't doing that. And I don't know. It just wasn't connecting. A lot of his personals, he did a lot of personals in battle, and it wasn't really connecting that much in the first. Nobody got booed. Let me state that. I saw a lot of people saying, you know, that nobody got booed, and they just really wasn't vibing with him once he started going into a scheme, because again, they didn't really know. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm speedballing. The first round, I'm thinking about the third. The first round, he went into his whole scheme in the first round was, you know, pretty much, it was almost a priorities type thing, but he wasn't using priorities slogan, but that's what it was. He was talking about, you know, pretty much just being on his grown man shit. The crowd was feeling it a little something, but again, they was waiting for the bars, and he didn't really give them that. So I gave Goods the first round. Second round, Goods did pretty much what he was doing. Again, in the first, it was pretty much a lot the same with Goods. You know what I'm saying? He was on his swag shit, and then the second round came around. I mean, X Factor's second round came around, and again, they was waiting for him. It was waiting for him to come with them bars, and he just wasn't really hitting with those bars the way everybody expected him to come with. Because I'm gonna tell you, before the battle, I asked over 20 people who they thought was going to win that battle, and I promise you, 90% of them said X Factor. 90% of the people in the building that I asked said X Factor. So that's saying anything. So I heard a whole lot of biased stuff and everything else, and that's not even the case. They just wanted to hear him. They just wanted to hear the X Factor of old that they fell in love with, and they don't feel like they got that. And because I was standing right next to three people that, you know, pretty much was saying that Goods didn't have a chance, and all during the battle they was saying Goods is winning this battle. So, you know, it wasn't no bias shit going on. Let me dead all that and everything. And again, the second round, he just didn't really come with what people expected to hear from him. So, again, he didn't get booed. They just wasn't really vibing with what he was saying. And he actually got a little frustrated and almost didn't finish the second round. But the crowd was cheering him on, saying, nah, finish your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because he was a little bit agitated. And the crowd was cheering, you know, like, you know, come on, we want to hear your shit. You know, like, spit that shit. And he just wasn't spitting the shit that they was really feeling. And then the third round came around, and this was Good's actually most entertaining round. And Good did this crazy this crazy shit. I'm not going to get too much into it, but yeah, when I just want to see how it comes across on footage. I know when he did what he did, some of y'all probably already heard about it, but when he did what he did, the crowd went nuts. The crowd went nuts. They wasn't really expecting all that, and yeah, Goods went in his third round. That was hands down his best round. And then X Factor's third round came around, and that's when he did the scheme thing that nobody really knew he was talking about. He was trying to get personal with Goods, saying a bunch of stuff nobody knew who he was talking about. You know, like not even so. It wasn't even so much they didn't know who he was talking about. Nobody really cared about the scheme that he was using. It was like everybody was there to hear bars and to be entertained, and they didn't really care about the personals. And it just wasn't connecting, and he got real frustrated, and he decided not to even finish his round, and that's pretty much how that battle ended. I was a little bit disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I expected a little bit better from X Factor. I thought it was going to be a 2-1 battle either way, and that ended up not being the case. So I don't know. I was a little bit disappointed, but I'm going to dead the whole bias card again because, again, everybody I asked going into that battle had X Factor. Just about everybody. It was a very small percentage of people that said Goods was going to win going into the battle, but everybody after the battle said Goods won. So if that's telling you anything. All right, so yeah, that battle happened. It was a little bit disappointing because of X Factor's performance, and Goods showed that Lion Den Goods is back. And then we had the main event. We had K-Shine versus DNA. Yeah, I actually picked DNA to win this battle going into the battle. Let me state that first and foremost. DNA. Who went first? K-Shine. K-Shine went first, and let me tell you, K-Shine's first round was crazy. He went on and he went on this little. He started flipping DNA's name a certain type of way that was just crazy, and he was doing his thing. He had the crowd rolling with him from Jump Street. And I was like, okay, DNA going to have to come with it right now because that round was just crazy from K-Shine. And he did. He came with it. DNA's first round was hands down his best round, in my opinion. You know, he came with it. He did his thing. And I actually edged that round to DNA, but it's a real debatable round. Like the Lotta Zay, Tone Montana battle, their first round was the most debatable round of that battle, in my opinion. And then... wait, give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, I apologize. I'm trying to get Mickey on. We're late trying to get Mickey on. Yeah, like I was saying, where was I at? Okay, yeah, the second round, K-Shine bounced back, and K-Shine was doing his thing. He put in his numbers again, and he went hard. He went real hard in the second round. And again, I went when it was DNA's turn. Okay, here we go. We got Mickey on right now. Mickey, you there?
Yeah, what's good, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight, man?
What's good with you, son?
Here. I'm good, man. I'm listening to your recap. I just tuned in now. It was pretty full. When you're done, you know, I'm gonna chime in on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just finishing up on the K-Shine DNA. I was just saying how K-Shine's second round was probably crazier than his first round. To me, K-Shine's each round got better, and his second round was crazy. And then I was waiting. I was like, okay, DNA gonna have to come with some shit again. Like he's gonna have to step it up again too. And DNA had a solid second round, in my opinion. He had a solid second, but it wasn't better than K-Shine. And I had K-Shine winning that round. So I had a debatable 1-1 going into the third round. And the third round, K-Shine came out. And I'm not going to get too deep into detail what K-Shine did, because, again, I don't want to spoil it for everybody. Some of y'all done heard the rumors, but hands down, in my personal opinion, the best round I've seen this year. I know it's only March, but so far this year, that was definitely the best round I've seen this year from any battle league, anywhere. And that would have been a hard round for anybody to beat in my personal opinion. And, yeah, I gave the battle to K-Shine 2-1. Some people might even say 3-0 because the first round was so close. But me personally, I gave the first round DNA slightly. But yeah, and that's how I had the whole event. What was your take on the event, Mickey?
Well, first of all, I just want to say congratulations to URL for an event that they promoted 12 hours before the night, before the event.
Yeah.
So they put the flyer out 12 hours before, and there was more people there than it was at Revelations, and Revelations had a 2 days notice promotion. So it was about 350 people at SOBs, which is amazing, you know what I'm saying, for 12 hours notice. So congratulations to URL for that. Tone Montana and Lotta Zay, You know, I found Toe Montana in Atlanta, you know, and I figured, you know, he will be a great addition to the URLPG class. And this was his first main stage battle. It was his first round was amazing to me, you know. I actually went for Tone in this battle, and but shout out to Lotta Zay. Lotta Zay showed up. I thought Tone's first round was great, and I actually gave him that first round. And Lotta Zay's first round was good too, but it's debatable. It can go either way, but I gave it to Tone. The second round I would give to Lotta Zay, and then the third round I would give to Lotta Zay because Tone choked, and Lotta Zay's third round was just unbelievable. He just did a crazy scheme that just was like incredible. Like, I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody, but it was the scheme was maybe about I would say it was like about half of his round, and it was crazy. It just kept getting crazier and crazier and crazier. So I give that battle to Tone. I give it to Lotta Zay 2-1. I want to talk about goods and X Factor last. Is that okay? Hello? Yo.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm gonna talk. I want to do goods and X Factor last. DNA and K-Shine. That was actually, first of all, it was the best battle of the night, and honestly, it was a sleeper battle for Armageddon, and it might be the best, if not better than Khan and Surf. It might be the best battle from that card. K-Shine was first. K-Shine had a great first round. I felt like he rushed his round a little bit. He was rapping really fast, but it was still a potent round. DNA came out swinging that first round. He actually sent a shot at me. Shout out to DNA. Appreciate that shot. It's cute. You know, it was great. It was actually a great punch. I'm not even gonna sit here and hate. It was really good, but I'll kill you. And so that first round I give the DNA. You know what I'm saying? I edge it to DNA just, you know, as a courtesy. They could go either way though. The second round, K-Shine came out. He just came out on some other, like he's just so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the angles he chose against DNA were great. You know, I think he didn't attack the tooth at all. He just really attacked DNA. You know what I'm saying? As a battler, which was incredibly good, in my personal opinion. When you attack K-Shine, you attack the things that are pretty notable about him, which is, you know, the ass grabbing, the dot mob affiliation, the people that are under him, the people that are over him. His fight with Joe Light, you know. So I feel like, you know, DNA took the, you know, the predictable approaches against K-Shine. Not saying that they were bad, but they were just, you know, they were basically what we've all heard about and what we've all seen before. Whereas K-Shine took angles against DNA that nobody's taken before, and that's why I gave him the second round. And the third round, you know. That third round that's probably one of the best rounds I've ever heard. You know, that's top five. That's top five best third rounds ever. Like it's Math versus Rex. It's Lux versus Calico. It's who else? A-Verb versus Hitman. K-Shine versus DNA. I don't know what the other fifth one is, but that one is in there. It's in there. Like it was incredible. It was an incredible third round, bro. Like, and then, you know, DNA, his third round, it was shaping up to be a good fight until he threw that beat on. And, you know, once he threw that beat on, everything kind of got fucked up. But shout out to DNA. He fought valiantly. He's a fighter, man. Like, you have to respect DNA, no matter if you don't like him or you do like him or you love him or you hate him. You have to respect him because he's a tough competitor, man. He doesn't sit down and lay down when he feels like he might be losing. He keeps fighting, man, and that's heart in battle rap. So I give my kudos to that kid. X Factor and Goods. Did you speak on that yet, Psycho? Okay, Psycho, you're not here. I'm going to speak on this from a very unbiased position.
I talked on the battle. I'm sorry, I talked on the battle.
I'm going to speak on this from a very unbiased position. First of all, I went for Goods in the battle 2-1. X Factor's in my top 5. When they announced both of their names before the battle, Goods got more cheers than X Factor did. So, in a New York-based event, I think it's pretty obvious for any battle MC to know you cannot, unless your name is Loaded Lux, you cannot have long, drawn-out schemes. You have to have punches. You have to punch or you have to be very witty. That is what the New York crowd likes. We don't like all that craziness. And that's just the game plan that you have to have when you're battling in New York. Point blank period. When you're battling in St. Louis, you can do whatever you like. When you're battling in Chicago, you can pretty much do whatever you like. Same thing with Detroit. When you're battling in New York, you have to punch. You just have to. That's just...
You gotta have some bars.
The name.
You gotta have something.
Right.
You gotta have something to make the crowd go crazy.
Right, and that's just the name of the game. And Goods went first. I will say that Goods' first round was his weakest round. And
I agree.
Goods was, in his first round, I want to say he was quote rapping. He was quote rapping. So all of his best quotes, he was using those in his first round. He used them all throughout the battle, but, he was definitely, the crowd was definitely on Goods' side in the first round. There were a lot of stuff that they were hyping. I'm not going to sit here and lie about that. But it was definitely his weakest round. X Factor's first round was very weird.
Yeah.
It reminded me. It reminded me of a. How can I say? It reminded me of his first round against Averb, minus the personal tension that they had against each other because they were friends. So I want to say that he felt. I don't want to give too much of his round away, but basically it was almost a priorities. It was almost like a priority scheme, but not quite. Like, I don't know. Right. It was an attempt to demoralize Goods, the grown man's right. Yeah. His particular situation, whatever it is he does. And I don't want to give too much away, but it was long, it was drawn out, there were no punches. It was pretty much like, but it was weird. It wasn't like a Loaded Lux against Calico in the third round. It was like It almost felt like a Tiny Solomon's round against Mook when he started going on about the visa and all that stuff. Right. It was like you gotta know about your audience. And a lot of the things that he was talking about, it's just like I know about it because this is what I personally do, but the audience, we were confused. I was confused as to why is this relevant to battle rap in regards to his opponent. Not saying that on camera it will be whack, but in the building it was awkward, it was weird. It's not the X Factor that we are accustomed to. We are accustomed to a punchline, witty, funny X Factor. And it feels like he was trying to demoralize Goods' character in a sense where that wasn't necessary. We want to see you, if Goods is the wackest top-tier battler ever, we want to see you crush the wackest top-tier battler ever. We don't care about what Goods does and how you're better than him outside of battle rap. I personally didn't care, and I felt like a lot of people in the crowd didn't care either. So in that specific sense, I give the first round to Goods. The second round was a very good round from Goods. And X Factor's round, he tried to get into his punchline phase, but there was a lot of, it wasn't it wasn't like when he battled Clips. Because even when he battled Clips, I said that, yo, X was punching and he bloodied my man's lip. But this was kind of awkward. He wasn't punching. He was punching, but it wasn't creative. It wasn't anything new. Or,
like X Factor was really battling. It felt like somebody else was battling X Factor's body or something. It wasn't. It was weird.
Right. It was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And to the fans that's listening, this might sound crazy. It might sound unbelievable, but Goods outbarred Clips. I mean, Goods outbarred X Factor in that second round. He just did, and it might sound heinous, but he did. And just off of the fact of of what X was doing, like there was an OKC James Harden punch, and it's just like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and it was a lot of themes like that were being reused, and it was just like, oh God, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really want to sway the people that are listening opinion on when they see the battle, but it wasn't when I saw X against Rich. It wasn't X against DNA. It wasn't X against Surf. It wasn't X against Clips. It was like a mixture of X against O-Red and X against A-Verb. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the first and third rounds, not the second round. You know what I'm saying? So so the second round I gave the Goods, and then the third round, you know, there was a scheme that Goods did that pissed X Factor off. You know, there was somebody who got on the microphone, as X stated in his tweets, and that was a part of his scheme, part of Goods' scheme, and X didn't like it. And, you know, I gave that round to Goods because X Factor quit. So I scored it 3-0, but an argument can be made, Goods 2-1, if you want to give X Factor the second round. But you can't give X Factor the first round, excuse me. You can't give him the second round. And in X Factor's defense, people were talking during his round. People weren't really, you know, going crazy for his bars, but I feel like with X Factor, he has to understand. He has to understand we are in this is a punchline market in regards to battle rap. You have to punch.
Yeah.
If you don't punch, you're going to be in a heap of trouble.
And it wasn't.
And it ain't like
it wasn't people on the stage talking. It was a small group of people by the stage that were talking.
Right. I mean, you know, he felt, you know, he was talking to me during Goods round, like, yo, Mickey, this shit is back. And I'm like, yo, just chill. You know, just chill, bro.
Yeah.
Battle your opponent. Battle your opponent. You're not battling me.
Exactly.
I love X Factor. I think I actually, when I watch X Factor's stuff, I get inspired because he can punch extremely well. He can punch.
I know.
And that's the way he crafts.
That's what everybody was waiting for. That's what everybody was waiting for, and it never happened.
Right. The way he places the way he writes is a gifted way of writing in regards to the punchline. And so it's like, this is what as an artist who writes, I'm like, this is what I want to see. And I didn't get any of that. And I felt I left that battle a little disappointed in him. But nevertheless, I understand his frustrations of, you know, in regards to, you know, New York being biased. But if you do what you're supposed to do right out the gate, it won't be an issue, bro. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
Tone Montana just battled the battle before that, and it was going crazy for Tone.
Right. And he's from Wisconsin.
Exactly.
And Lotta Zay is from Jersey. So it wasn't a bias. We just want to hear punches.
Yeah, exactly.
We just want to hear.
Tone didn't come in there with a whole bunch of personal schemes and this, that, third. He went in there swinging. And that's what they want X Factor to do.
That's what we want everybody to do in New York. We just want you to punch.
Yeah.
If you punch, or you talking that crazy street shit, cool. And I think a lot of people
it's not by accident that B Magic gets so much love out here. It's because B Magic come out here and B Magic punches everybody to death, and he makes you feel it.
Right. And I look at X Factor as someone who, you know, he got love in New York against Clips when he started punching. But when he was doing the long, drawn-out stuff in the beginning, it was like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Just punch the kid, man.
Like his third round, that scheme he had in his third round, everybody was like, what the fuck is he talking about right now? Like, everybody was saying, what the hell are you talking about, son? Like, where the bar is at?
Right. And I think, you know, I think along the way, you know, he just kind of got lost in regards to what was necessary for him to beat Goods. And I think the fact that a lot of people leaving the venue just kept saying X Factor said Goods was the worst top-tier battler, but didn't show us that he was.
Do you think
he didn't punch you?
Do you think he planned to do all this because he underestimated Goods? Do you think that's what it was?
I think some of it has to do with. I think some of it.
You breaking up, Mickey? Mickey, you there? Okay, I think we lost Mickey. I'm not sure. Yeah, Mickey phone dropped. We'll wait for Mickey to get back on. Let me take a couple of calls. 631, you there?
Yo, what up, Psycho?
What's good, son?
What's good, man? I ain't go to the event. I was trying to catch out there, but, you know, I had ran into a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm just really waiting for that Lions and then Goods like you was talking about, because I've been waiting for that for a minute, like, especially after that URL Cypher he spit. A lot of cats been waiting to see this battle after he killed Cypher. Now, tonight, you're going to talk about because I know y'all dropped the Mav Dose battle. You're going to talk about that at all?
Yeah, we could talk about that. Who'd you have in that battle?
I had Mav, but my whole thing, and I'm hoping Smack and Beasley did whatever they could to recoup everything from Webster Hall fronting on them for Armageddon. But, yo, if that battle was in a big room, that would have been crazy, because I thought Math would have 3-0 Dose easy. Dose.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you, in the room, I had it. My opinion didn't change after I saw it on footage either. I had it 2-1 Math, but I will say the third round looked a bit closer, and the third round looked a little bit closer on footage.
Oh, Charlie had battle too.
Yeah, and my whole thing is that Dose, and I'm talking about even from Summer Madness, you know, Return of the Legends. If I put Dose, if Math and Dose was on that card, I think Dose would have did second best behind Lux, because I never saw, the only time I saw Dose battle was the first Math Dose battle. Dose had bars, like he had bars like today's URL cats had bars, and I think in a bigger room, him getting that practice under his belt, because you could tell when he was starting to spit with aggression, he was just doing that out of an act. But you know how people feel about Math. I think, yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say, honestly, when I was watching the battle live, and I feel the same way when I saw it on footage, I think he fucked up not doing what he normally do. Like, if you notice, the best part of his first round was when he started getting all amped up and started doing little Dose motions and everything. Like, that's when you heard everybody in the room was going, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was vibing with him then, because that's what we was expecting to see. Like, people wanted to see that Dose. And then it got weird, because in the second round, it was almost like he was talking to him. Like,
second round, like I watched the battle like 3 times. Every time I skipped his second round, but just hearing some of like the schemes he put together, and just knowing the age he came from and how battle rap, especially with URL, is now, I'm just surprised he was able to put some of the stuff he had together. And then even when he came with the aggression, it's like, yo, he got the stigma, yo, you got snuffed, you got punched, you got beat up, and Math was talking to him in the whole battle, but he still came with his whole aggression thing. I'm like, yo, if this is in a big room, he definitely would have got more, you know, like the crowd would have went crazy for him. And that's the whole thing. Like, I definitely got Mav winning, but I think Dose, if he plays cards right, he could definitely stick around because he got talent. Yeah. And I totally thought he was going to get just bodied.
He didn't embarrass himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, not at all.
I think he made a mistake by, like I said, trying to talk to him and being all calm and everything. Like, people not used to seeing that Dose, and it was like it just didn't resonate too much to me. Like, I liked it better whenever he got, like, when he turned it up a little bit and he got a little bit more, you know, his emotions showed a little bit more. That's when he did better than me. Like, yeah. And you know, the third round, like I said on footage, the third round looked a little bit closer, but I still gave it to Mav, and I still got Dose winning the first, Mav winning the second and third.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that, and I also can't wait to hear this K Shine third round. If you're talking like what you're talking, because I feel like his first round when he battled Sue at first Summer Madness, his first round to me was enough to win the whole battle. So if you're saying his third is better than that, then I can't wait for that.
Which battle you talking about right now?
When he battled Sue Surf at the first Summer Madness, his first round when he hit him with the personals and. Yeah, if you're saying his third against DNA is better than that.
This is hands down, this is the best round I've ever seen K-Shine spit. And I've seen him spit some hot rounds before. But
that's crazy.
This is hands down the best third round I've ever seen K-Shine spit. And again, this ain't taking nothing away from DNA because DNA didn't embarrass himself either. Like, he didn't, like, you know, it wasn't like DNA went in there and just was fucking up or nothing. DNA just, it was rough because DNA's third round was his weakest round. And K-Shine's third round was his best round, and again, probably to me the best round I saw this whole year so far.
I hear that.
It's crazy.
All right, man. Well, thanks for taking my call. Oh, and one last thing, because I had called before when y'all had Averb on there, and I was going at him about him and Swave. So it looks like that's heating up more than even when I called him. So I can't wait for that.
Oh yeah,
I know it's coming. I know it's coming. So
I want to see it too. Keep the pressure on Verb. Everybody hit up the Verb Twitter.
Definitely. All right, Psycho, man. I'll holler at you.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. 678, you there? You still try to get Mickey on too. 678, you there?
Yeah, what's good, Psycho, man?
What's good, son?
Man, it's Johnny Utah, man. I just wanted to talk about a couple things, man. Just two things right quick, man, about the Dose Math battle and then, the Daylight Fats battle, man. I know, it's in a different league, but I wanted to ask you something about that battle. Did you peep it?
Which battle you said in another league? Which battle you talking
about? The Daylight Fats joint.
Yeah, I actually did see that battle. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I guess, the conceived notion is that, and I agree, man. I think Fats 2 won them, mainly because Daylight had some shit on his face for the first 2 rounds, man. It was kind of muffled, and, he was dancing around while Fats was, doing his thing. But I wanted to ask you about the incident right quick where Fats threw up the blood sign and Daylight kind of nudged him, got in his face. I feel I'm going to have to call BS on that personally because if the moment is that real and you got a blood in your face and if you're that heated, why nudge a dude? You know what I'm saying? Why not swing? You know what I'm saying? If the moment is that real, that's like a dude that pushes you to try to start a fight instead of just swinging off top. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was unnecessary. They was just battling. I've seen a whole lot more disrespectful things than that. But then again, I'm not a banger. So, I can't really speak from that level of what level of disrespect that is or whatever. So I'm not going to get too deep into detail of that. Me personally, from my end, I thought it was a little unnecessary and, it is what it is. I definitely feel like Fats won that battle though. I definitely feel like they lost that battle myself personally. And my only thing with Daylight is, I know I spoke to Daylight before and I know he wants to be known as a pure MC, and he actually has bars. He actually has bars. He's really funny, but his antics and his gimmick, he's starting to get known more for that. His bars, and I feel like he should. I feel like if he wants to be known for his bars, and he actually does have bars, I feel like he should tone down on the gimmicks a little bit, because that's starting to outshine his bars. And I think he should focus more on just writing.
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, definitely. It's a shortcut, man. There's no shortcuts in this game. But, secondly, man, about the Dose joint, man, I had Dose winning 2-1. You know, I fucks with math, you know what I'm saying? I'm a math, and this is, you know, unbiased, you know what I'm saying? I'm a math fan, you know what I'm saying? But, man, it's just starting to get to that point where it's like if you've seen one of math battles, fuck, you've seen them all, you know what I'm saying? And you could either say that's not him being versatile, or you could say it's him being consistent, you know what I'm saying? There's two ways of looking at that. Dose's bars were insane. Like, particularly the first round when he hit him with the, you know, I'm so ahead of myself, I got to remind myself that I'm beyond myself. Dude, my brain exploded, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was looking at that, and I expected limited crowd reaction because, you know, the conceived notion going in was, okay, this dude hadn't battled since 2007, you know what I'm saying? So I think the conceived notion going in was that the dude was dead meat, but, you know, I just felt that he barred him to death, that, you know, once he adapts to the ER, I'll catch a battery charge, and it got no reaction. Like, really? I mean, dude had bars. I'll take bars over jokes is basically where I'm going with this. You know, Math kind of had the upper hand going in, you know, with what happened, and I don't really, I mean, he touched on it a couple times.
A lot of people don't understand, too. This wasn't in front of a big crowd. Like, this mainly was just Dose's entourage, Math's entourage, and URL staff. That's pretty much what was there. So wasn't nobody really going extra crazy about nobody's bars. It's just people was reacting to Math bars a little bit more because his was funny, so people was laughing. But, you know,
I ain't with that shit.
So, Michael, I'm back. I need to answer this because everybody's on some hating shit. So I got to get on my hater shit. Let me get.
Okay,
I heard what you said. But my issue was he used a lot of shit I already heard. That's another issue I had, that nobody wants to talk about. When I heard that, a lot of shit that he used that I've heard a million times. You're not going to admit that?
Oh, okay.
Is that not part of the case? No?
Yeah. But yeah, what's good, man? What's good, North? You know what I'm saying? But, you good?
Yeah, I hear you.
Nah, but I just want to say in closing that, like, it's not a coincidence that 80% of Twitter agrees with me on this one, man. Like, and I don't know if that's somewhat of a charity case. You know, I'm not going to turn dude into a charity case because of what he's been through, losing his brother, taking a bullet in the neck. And I think going in, a lot of the fans wanted to see him succeed, so a lot of cats are saying that, okay, well, he won. I'm not looking at it that way. He barred Math to death in the first round, and Math's second round was crazy. Okay, Math's second. What's that?
I was saying that's the round I gave. I gave him the first round. I think Math hands down won the second, and the third round was the most debatable round. But I edged it to Math. I think Math definitely had to do it in the first round.
When he started talking about lunch. And first round, like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand Norb's bias towards Math and all of that, man. But those one battle, that's all it is, man.
You just said. I understand you said he got shot in the neck, and now hold on, is that not a bias? Shot in the neck? Does that not sound ridiculous? That's what you just said.
Not really.
Do with it, right? No, it does.
I mean, all the politics and explanation aside, Dose won. Never mind the stories. Never mind all of that. Dose won the damn battle. 80% of Twitter agrees. Shit, man, what it is.
80% of your followers probably agree. That's
nah, come on, man. I follow the whole community, bro.
Listen, that's your opinion. You're calling out numbers that aren't even accurate.
Okay. So you think? I bet you think Math beat Pat State too, right?
I didn't give anybody my opinion on the battle, but I can obviously feel like, you know, the 80% of your people win.
All right, Norris, man. Well, I'm gonna hang up and listen, man. Johnny Utah, love y'all show, man. I'll hang up and listen.
All right, that's what's up. Thanks for the call. Mickey, you there?
Yeah, it was good, man. I want to know, you know what's crazy? 90% of my Twitter followers hate Mickey Facts. That's one. Let's not put out imaginary numbers. Well, 95% of people think Smack should shave his beard. Like, where the fuck do you get these numbers from? Like, what the fuck? Like, I hate this. Where do we leave off at?
Comments I was reading under the YouTube video, it seemed like it was 50-50 for the most part.
I never said who I felt like won, so that's the crazy thing. I just thought I think he put everything into his first round. After that, I thought he was okay. I heard a lot of stuff he used. Like, I've heard a lot of stuff that he used that I've already heard. That's how I felt. I wasn't the one that said he was garbage. It was good. Played it off good.
Damn.
Yeah, play back the show. I didn't say it. It was good. Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought Mav's best round was his third round when he did that whole shit. I want to battle Lux off the roof. I haven't actually rewatched the battle though, but I thought that was pretty dope. But anyways, whatever. Where do we leave off?
I don't know. I mean, I just called in. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think Cole Montana needs to get rid of his goatee. Seriously.
He needs to he needs to get rid of his goatee.
You gotta get rid of that. I mean, 90 minutes, not 90 minutes. What was it? Whatever it was on Saturday, the shit SOBs was dope. My bad, people. I'm tuning in a little late. I had to do something. But I thought overall the battle was good. I mean, you know, there's a lot of talk going on Twitter about it. I think Lotta Zay might have had the performance of the night.
Big time?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to have the performance of the night until the K-Shine DNA battle.
K-Shine still
really. You know what's funny? I knew, like, when I seen a lot going off, like, the battle was, like, it's a classic, by the way, Tone Montana versus Lotta Zay, but I think experience played in this battle because, you know, Tone, you know, I called Lotta Zay the rookie of the year, the leading rookie of the year for this year, but he's really not a rookie. He's just a rookie on Smack. Mm-hmm. They're saying Tone doesn't have that experience that Lot has. Like, Lotta's battled John before. He's battled Shotgun Suge. He's battled a lot of people. And I think the inexperience showed in this battle. You know, and in round 3, I think Tone fucks up, and he admits he fucks up. He kind of pulled the big K against Rosenberg.
Yeah.
And Lotta Zay was flawless. When I tell you flawless,
I agree.
He was, and I don't even think he had a whack bar.
Yeah, his third round was, oh my God, his third round was crazy too.
My nigga, when he told him, you said you got a gun that sounds like you bought. What the fuck is that? And he flipped and he said, I aim it at you and bought. That was crazy. Sounded like
that was crazy.
A lot of I mean, there's going to be a lot of controversial things and historic things that happened that night. You know, everybody's talking about the K-Shine thing. I don't want to get into it too much because I don't want to give it away for the fans because we're probably going to be dropping that first. But K-Shine made history. I think DNA made history too. I don't know if it was as positive, but he made history.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
You know what's crazy? I actually got to meet Earl. He was there. Yeah, I mean, Earl was in the building, and everybody was looking for him. That was great. I mean, I think it was overall a great night. Shout out to everybody who showed up. We had Jerry Stackhouse in the building.
Lil C's was there.
Lil C's, Wyclef.
There was a lot of people in there. I don't know who was in there. There was a lot of people.
Lot of love.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of love, man. A lot of fans were going crazy. Shout out to Hip Hop DX. They was in the building. It was like they missed us, and we showed up, and they all came up. So thank you to all the fans, by the way. But I mean, Tycho, you were leading the show, so let's take it. You take the lead here. Where are we?
We actually ran through the whole event already.
Really?
Yeah, we are. You late, man. I don't know what you was doing. Let's talk to some of the fans, man.
I just love you.
Probably working out. You know, Nor's been losing some weight, man. Like, he just looks crazy because he's, like, slim, but he has this large cranium, so it's like...
Yo, I'm gonna tell you a story. This is hilarious, right? Check this out. So, you know, I'm walking around Times Square, right? Me and Jazz go to we go to eat dinner after the event, right? So I see Louis the 13th in front of BBQs, and there's a line literally down the block to get into BBQs, man. So I'm not waiting on this line. The hostess comes downstairs and recognizes us and skips us through the whole line. So I'm gassed right now. I'm like, oh, we the shit. She comes out like, no, I'm a big fan. We're like, come upstairs, boy. We all go up there. No wait, no nothing, right? I'm like, cool. So now I'm walking around Times Square. I go to Toys R Us. And some girl starts staring at me. And she's like, wait. And I start laughing. Like, you know, you get kind of gassed. Like, oh, it's a good feeling. Somebody recognizes you. You Fat Joe. And she's like, you Fat Joe. And I was like, no, I'm not Fat Joe. Bitch. I felt like slapping her. Like, yo, this really happened. She said I was Fat Joe, and I was really upset.
Yeah, you kind of do resemble Fat Joe, bro.
Bro, that shit was hilarious.
Let's get to the call. Get to the call. I'm tired of talking to Norbs. Get to the call.
Mickey, you look like Scuba Steve. What are you talking about? But yeah, yo, I was mad gas, my nigga. Like, I was gas. Like I was like, yeah, Fat Joe. And it wasn't a good thing. It's not a good thing. So now I really got to get on the treadmill and lose way more weight because apparently I look like Fat Joe.
Man, you're doing your thing, man. You look like you taking care of your health, man, and that's a beautiful thing, brother. We all commend you. We're sad that you look like Fat Joe. So, Psycho! Go to the next one.
What's good?
Let's see some more callers.
Yeah.
What's the battle battle? What's the mad battle battle? I get attacked. So let's start the attack.
917, you good?
Yeah, what's poppin'? What up, yeah, chillin'. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Psycho, on that Hopper situation with this nigga Dose. Yeah, I gave it a Hopper 2 to 1. You know what I'm saying? When Dose got hyped and shit, that's when he was kind of spitting some hard shit. Other than that, when he was talking to him, that shit was kind of trash. And yeah, I can't wait for y'all to drop those battles, the K-Shine and all that, DNA. You know, y'all keep doing y'all thing and all that. That's basically all that.
You know what's crazy? We ran into Duchess and she really doesn't like Jesse. I just want to put that out there.
What's up?
Really,
what's poppin', my bad?
I said we ran into Duchess at the event and she's very adamant about punching Jesse in the face. So,
wow. What's up with Jesse? He ain't around tonight?
Nah, he's at work. He's at work right now.
Yeah, y'all keep doing y'all thing, yo.
For sure.
What's up? Thanks for the call.
Right. I had a very interesting weekend. I was in Albany last night with Smack Tunes. It was. I felt like I was in a movie, The Boondocks, the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
It was really weird. I did not know Albany was really. What's the word to say?
Albany is kind of wild, man.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's like Albany is like stuck in like a specific time zone. It feels like they stuck in like 19. Yeah, it feels like Baltimore a little bit. Maybe even 1998, 1999. Like I don't know what's going on up there, but I got some family up there. I had a show up there once with J. Cole, and it was just like, what is going on up there, bro?
I was a little fearful of my life, and then they took us to a strip club, and there was a midget performing on a pole.
Oh, man. Yeah. That sounds wild.
Albany, I'm going to tell you this right now. You know, Smack loves the strip clubs. You know what I mean? That nigga was out of there in 5 minutes. He was like, nigga, we out. And we just hopped on the highway, we was gone. All right, let's drive. So you know he made me drive? The Smack thinks I'm his lackey. You don't have to figure it out.
Craziness.
Let's go, 973, you there?
Oh, you guys can hear me?
Yeah, what's good, man?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? Yo, we got Fat Joe on the radio tonight?
I can't believe they called me Fat. The girl actually called me Fat. She's like, oh my God, it's Fat Joe. And I'm like, I was like, you ugly bitch. That's what I wanted to tell her. I swear to God, I wanted to tell her.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, boss?
What's going on, Joe? What's going on with you?
What up, Joe?
Who's this? Black Jesus?
Nah.
What's going on, man? What's your question, sir? You looking?
First of all, about the math and those battles. That battle was it was really interesting, because like how can I say, like those, it was unexpected for those to come at math like that, because we haven't heard him in so long, so we didn't know what to expect. We just kept, the only thing most people could remember him for is the click clack boom and the fight or whatever. But he had some bars. He definitely had some bars. I can't really call that battle. Like, I have to really I don't know. Like, I just got to keep watching it over and over and dissect everything, because Dose was, he was rapping so fast at one point that it sounded like he couldn't even get his words out right. So, but I think it was a good performance on Matt's part. You know what I'm saying? Matt definitely had the upper hand, because he's seasoned. Huh?
Is this a case of veteran versus the unexpected? Is that what it is? Like, it's almost like if anybody would have battled Lux, right? And just say some shit where people make it debatable because they're not a big name. Is this a case of that? I'm trying to figure it out right now.
No. I'm not saying it's debatable. I'm just saying I have to watch it over to really give it to someone, because sometimes you put expectations on somebody, and sometimes you just don't know what to expect. Like with Serious Jones, a lot of people didn't know what to expect with Serious Jones because they thought he lost it. And then you had other people that were just like, I know what Serious is capable of, and I'm expecting him to come hard because that's what he normally does. So with all that time out of the game, you don't know what to. Some people don't know what to expect. Some people based on their last performance. So I'm not saying it's debatable. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I just have to go through his bars again. I'm just saying I didn't expect him to come out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying he's debatable because he came like that.
When he shot out the gate, I was like, yo, this is crazy. If he got another one of these, it's going to be it might be a long night. And that's why I felt like he put a lot into that first round. Like, he wanted to let everything out. And then his approach changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like, okay, it was cool. But to me, it was like, and to a lot of people in the room, it was just like you got, first of all, a lot of rappers were in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't really a general public, so it's like these niggas hear bars all the time, and when you kind of hear the same thing, and a lot of stuff that's not original. That's what I felt when I see it. You know what I mean? But I thought those have a lot of potential. You just gotta slow down and break down his rounds a little better. That's how I felt. So even that.
I feel you. Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. I definitely feel you. And another thing, too, I got to get at you, Norbs, real quick. I got to say this again. The Giants do suck. And how do you like that Anquan Bolden pickup? How do you feel about that?
You know what? This year, right, after you lose to the Giants, we're going to cut Corey Webster, and you're going to sign him, because last year you lost to Dario Manningham. You lost to Manningham and the Giants, so you signed him. So this year you lost to Bolden and the Ravens, so you signed him. So every year you're going to lose and pick up the person that beat you. That's what's going to happen. Who saved you in the Super Bowl? Anquan Bolden. Who made the big catch? Dario Manningham. Where do they play, Psycho?
I think they got Bolden for a steal. They only gave up a 6-rounder.
A 6th-round pick for Anquan Bolden.
That was kind of a steal. Even though he's old, it was only a 6-rounder. So yeah, that was a good pickup.
Let me ask you a question.
I think that was a great pickup. What do you think, North? What do you think about that?
Let me ask you a question. If somebody's trading a player away for a 6th-round pick, right?
Yeah.
You don't think they know something as 49ers don't know?
I mean, he's old. That's what they know. They know he's old, so they're just willing to give up. Because honestly, if they didn't make the trade, they probably was going to take it down. If they didn't make the trade, they probably was going to cut them anyway. So they just happy to get anything for him. But yeah, true. So,
but he produces though. Anquan Bolden, he produces. You feel me? Like, it's not like he's a scrub. It's not like he. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like elite.
He's about what, Beasley's age, 42. I mean, Okay. Was receiver your problem? We couldn't cover anybody this year. You know what I mean? You have Crabtree, you have Manningham, you have the talented receiving corps. It wasn't the fact that, you know, they could have won a Super Bowl if, first of all, if there was a holding call that should have been called, was made. Yeah, but...
Word. We should have got that.
Problem. Honestly, you signed Bolden. Why? He wasn't covering anybody. You guys couldn't cover shit this whole year.
Hey, man, listen, did you guys make the playoffs? You made the playoffs, Norris?
No, but we won the Super Bowl, though. When was the last time you guys won it?
Yeah. All right, hold on. Who got more rings? Who got more rings,
though? The monkey on his back.
Huh?
Listen, Steve Young had the monkey on his back last time you guys won. This guy, Joe Montana, was doing LA Tech commercials. I don't want to hear it. LA Gear commercials, whatever the fuck it was. I don't want to hear it. Okay?
All right, fellas, man. You have a good night, man. I'm still listening. Hey, Psycho, man. If you see a 973 number, man, come on, man, pick it up. You know the Jersey connection. Come on, man. You can't have me on hold.
Listen, Mickey. Mickey, I don't know if I told you, but I was called out for a battle. And,
Mickey's phone actually dropped.
Is Mickey there?
I said Mickey's phone actually dropped again. He keeps his phone dropping.
Well, I was called out for a battle, right? Come to find out, Charlie Clips is against me in this battle. And
yeah, I saw y'all talking for a long time on stage. That's what y'all talking about?
He actually spit some of the stuff, and I was like, I can't believe you son of a bitch, you have bars for it. So now in my battle versus Jerome McCoy, whenever that happens, I am going to take a shot at Charlie Clips. I'm letting everybody know now. I will be dissing Charlie Clips. I could not believe Charlie Clips actually took a shot at me. So now, I can't believe he took Gerald's side, so now I have to diss Clips. I'm going to diss Clips, and whoever sides with Gerald. Anybody who sides with Gerald McCoy is a target now, you know?
All right.
I spoke to Math and I spoke to Hollow. They're on my side, so I'm good.
Let's go 570. You there?
Oh, man, I feel like shit, bro. 570, what's up?
570? All right. Let's go 718. You there? 718?
Do you know that 80% of my Twitter followers, they like red? They like red.
They like what? Red?
No, they like red. Period. Like, where the fuck do people come up with these numbers? Dude, what the fuck, bro? Like, I hate when people do that stuff. Dude, don't make stuff up. Just, oh God.
Yeah. 216. You there?
Yeah. What up?
What's good, man?
What's up, boss?
Yeah, Math lost that battle, man.
Okay, I respect that. Why do you feel he lost?
216? Okay.
Apparently he just doesn't like Math.
He's trolling. He just wanted to say that and keep it moving.
You know it's crazy? It's like, bro, like, I don't care. It's like, nigga, like, I never said if Math won nor lost.
I mean, you know, if they chose one, cool, you know, just play wide and, you know, we listen. 267, you there?
Yeah.
What's good?
I want to talk about the Mav and the Deuce battle.
All right. Do you have any, like, stats, like 80% of ballers? Like...
No, I ain't got none of that.
What's up, boss? Talk to me. What do you feel about it?
I think round one go to Deuce.
Okay.
But I feel like Mav, he had one angle the whole battle. He was just talking about the hit. I think Deuce is like coming from more angles.
Did Deuce not mention Matt got famous on one hit 3 times in a battle? I just want to put that out there since you're going to say that.
Yeah, I get that, but like Mav, most of the crowd reactions was off the joke.
You said one angle, but this nigga mentioned that 3 times in the battle. I just want to put that out there for you. Keep going.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like most of Mav crowd reactions are jokes about the hit. If you really think about it.
He didn't mention that specific bar. There was a lot of things he did in that battle. He the Cassidy shit I thought was great.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I think you should have came from a little different angle. I think it's debatable. I really don't know who won.
No, I'll see. I'm not arguing that. But you can't say one without saying the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's debatable. It all depends at round 3.
Yeah, I feel you. I definitely respect your opinion.
Yeah. All right, keep doing your thing.
All right, that's what's up. Thanks for the call.
All
right.
Hey, why does everybody want to talk about Math and Dose right now? Nobody wants to talk about anything else? Is there anybody at the event?
That battle just dropped yesterday, so, that's the only battle they've seen, so unless they was at the event on Saturday, a lot of them going to want to talk about Math Dose.
Yeah, you got a good point there. I got a headache. I'm sorry.
Let's go, 510, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, what's good? What's this, Oakland?
Yeah. What's up?
What's good?
Not much, man. I just wanted to get your opinions on some football shit, and I wanted to talk about X Factor is good.
Hold on, before you do that, I want to just shout out my man Shaq. He was at the battle on
Oh yeah, shout out to because he hooked me up with some cigarettes. I left my cigarettes home, and I really wasn't trying to pay $12.75 up in fucking Manhattan for a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, I'm blasting this motherfuckers. Manhattan is expensive as hell, man. That shit's crazy.
If any kids listen to the show, say no to drugs, cigarettes, and all that. look what alcohol did to Jesse. But I'm sorry,
about X Factor and Goods, I was actually kind of disappointed at the way things turned out for X, because he's actually, one of my favorite battlers. I wanted to ask you, somebody said something about Goods using a mic or some shit, or?
No, what happened was, you were there?
No.
No, you listening to the recap.
What happened was, I had to talk with Earl, right? Now, me and Earl, we talk on the phone a lot, and he told me he wasn't coming to the battle. And apparently he had a beef with X Factor, and he showed up. And
that's all that.
Earl just started talking, like in the middle of fucking Goods' battle, he started talking. And nobody could see him.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really fun.
He just started talking. He started dissing X Factor. I don't know. It's tough, man. Like, I don't know if he beefs with people in the Midwest, but it's starting to seem like he's really a New York dude.
If you don't do your job, I mean, there are different formulas for different areas. It's as simple as that. If you have more love in one area, one region, of course you can do long-ass, drawn-out schemes. You can say whatever the fuck you want. It's like, Calico and Detroit, you can say whatever the fuck you want, man. Nobody's gonna boo him or heckle him, because that's his hometown. But once you leave your turf, once you're on I don't want to say enemy soil, but of course the guy from NY is gonna get more love than the guy from Detroit, especially a guy like Goods. Goods is a legend out there, man. Goods is up there with all the old Lions Den cats. But
I promise you. I swear, I asked over 20 people before we went into that, before that battle started, who they thought was going to win, and I promise you, we sitting up and said X Factor.
You know what? Were you there? Were you at the battle, sir? I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you were.
Nah, man, I wish I could be. I will fly out one day from California. I will fly out.
Let me give you my opinion. I thought X Factor, I think the approach that he took at one point was dope. I think he drew it. I don't want to give away too much of what he did. It was dope. You know how Goods with the grown man bar shit, and he did some grown man, like, real talk type shit. And I think he was doing well, and then he took it to where nobody cared. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you talking about this? And I think that's what kind of turned fans off. I think the angles he took, like, I think that's what really the fans gonna want to hear at one point.
Right.
So they were giving him a shot. You know what I'm saying? And then he let Goods visibly bother him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's at a point, Goods was making fun of his clothes, right?
You can't do that either.
No, I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Mickey. Do you think X Factor underestimated Goods going into this battle? Because it seemed like he did.
No. It doesn't sound like he did.
I don't think he underestimated him, but I think that he might have. Because remember, he had a lot of pressure on him. He called Goods the worst top tier battler.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of lit a fire on the Goods. And the approach he took, I'll give you an example. Goods took a lot of angles that worked for him. Like, for instance, when he told him about the hat, why don't you ever take off your hat? And you could see visibly, like, in X Factor's face, the fans are looking at him, and he doesn't take his hat off. Like, there's a certain things he did. I remember that picture was released recently, and, like, when X Factor started off the battle, he says, your swag's off, fags off, right? Goods takes a lot of pride in his appearance. And we know him to be a really good sharp dresser. So, Goods knows how to throw stuff back at you. He knows how to deflect stuff. So when X Factor said that, you know what I mean, he kind of was like, you talking about me? And the crowd laughed because it was your ball, but he flipped it on you without even rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Goods' attack was, look what you're wearing. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of weird. Like, it was weird. It was a funny approach, and that's who Goods is. And if you know Goods, Goods is probably the funniest person alive. And it's crazy because X Factor is too. And I don't think X Factor cracked enough on Goods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why it kind of threw me off. Like, I think X Factor's hilarious, and he didn't joke.
Yeah. He started off with it, and it connected a little bit, but he drifted off from that.
I think his approach was a little more serious. I think the fans wanted him to be a little more funny, and I think that's what kind of stumped him in terms of writing material for Goods. Like, you know,
well, some battle rappers are better at clowning, some are better at bars. Like Tech is great at clowning. Him and X, that's be the best battle of all time, but I don't know.
I think they just wanted bars. It didn't even have to be jokes. I think they just wanted bars, and it just wasn't the normal X Factor that people came accustomed to seeing.
No, but X Factor is hilarious though. Like, that's the thing. Yeah. All his battles that he's had classics, he's actually been funny. Like, he has a sarcasm about it. And in this battle, he was a lot more serious. And it's something you're accustomed to. And it was just like, and the thing is, like, Goods has this fucking laugh that can deflect anything. Like, it's crazy.
I think he tried to outgrow Man Goods, and it didn't work.
Yeah, I think he was a little too serious. But
I feel it.
You know what's crazy? You know, there might be people to give him the battle. You know what I mean? But the one thing that you are going to see is that physically, and you see it on his face that he's very disappointed, and that's something you can't show as a battler. And like when I brought up Tom Montana, you know, showing that he was upset, it was a rookie mistake. And X Factor showed he was upset. And that's something he shouldn't do. He's a veteran. So, but at the end of the day, he had some shit. Because I heard some of the shit he was saying, and I did feel like it did go over people's heads. I just think that he was too serious. This X Factor was way too serious. X Factor is one of the funniest people ever. And he wasn't funny. Like, he was very serious. And I think some of the fans don't want to hear that. Having said that, when it drops on the internet, maybe it's a different, you know, outlook on it. Maybe some people are like, yo, that was dope. But at that present time, that wasn't the X Factor I think people were expecting in the building. They were expecting a witty dude. He was very serious and very, very, like, you know, at one point he starts talking about his girl and he put a ring on her and that's his queen. And it was just like, what the fuck is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of fans felt that. But he did have some shit that was going on people's heads. But when people didn't react to it, he's a veteran. He's supposed to just be like, you know what? If you're going to get caught on camera, let it go. He actually, I think at one point he's like, you guys ain't fucking with me? Like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what he did. He got frustrated.
I wanted to get your opinion on Anquan Bolton being traded to the Niners.
We actually just talked about that. I thought it was a good move. Now they didn't give up a whole lot. It was a 6th rounder. I think he'd give him 2 good years. So I don't think it was a bad move.
Well, I wish they got Percy Harvin, dude. The Seahawks are looking like a fucking killer team.
If Percy Harvin's problem is he can't seem to stay healthy for nothing. I mean, he's always missing games for headaches and other stuff, and he can't stay on the field.
Caller, you can't ask a Redskins fan about personnel moves.
Oh, here you go.
Daniel Snyder is by far the worst personnel person besides
Daniel Snyder. Daniel Snyder picked up the people, so you know
he's terrible. But
yeah,
Anquan Bolden is about 48. You got Michael Crabtree, you got Mary Manningham, and you're trading for another receiver. When you can't cover anybody in the secondary. I don't understand the move. He's mad old, and they give off a 6th-round pick. Why is beyond me, because they have a ton of receivers. A ton of them.
Yeah, it looks bad. By the way, Norris, I don't hold any grudges that your Giants beat my Niners a year ago, because if we did get beat, I wanted to say we got beat by the best team and y'all did win the Super Bowl, so we don't hold a grudge. At least I don't, but you know what I mean?
You're a good man. You're a good man. Just remember, Eli is king. He will get 3 soon.
Oh, no, you won't. You'll be waiting a long time for that 3rd one.
You know what's crazy? He's going to have as many rings as RG3 is going to have seasons in the NFL as a starting quarterback.
Whatever. All right, thanks for the call, son. We got to go to another call. Get off this football conversation right now. The North is tripping. 908, you there? Yo, what's good?
I'm just chilling, man. What's good with y'all? On the Math and Dose, I feel like Math got it to 2nd and 3rd round. I think the 1st round was debatable. I think Dose was actually good. He definitely has some dope lines. I think he needs to work on his performance and presence a little bit, but I could definitely see him doing some stuff. I mean, that was one of Math's best performances. I think, he did use the angle of the whole hit thing, here and there, but overall, his 1st round, 2nd round, and 3rd round was different. You could tell, each round he was going somewhere with it. Just to touch on that, but I wish I could have been there on Saturday, but I just wanted to ask y'all in the building. X Factor, when after the whole battle with Charlie Clips, he pretty much is doing what he's doing now, going on Twitter, crying and complaining about it. And I love X Factor too, by the way. But I think was it like when he battled Clips as far as goods? Like, could you tell it was getting to him? Because I feel like when he battled Clips, when it was his turn to go, his performance wasn't right. Like, he already kind of knew he lost. Like, I just think that's a weakness, X Factor. I think he kind of let shit get to him.
He definitely let the crowd get to him, and it's crazy because it wasn't because the crowd was booing. It's just that the crowd wasn't reacting the way he felt like they should react, and that agitated him. I think he went in there already with the mindset that he's about to go through some bias shit. Like, he already had the bias thing stuck in his head before the battle even started. I think, personally, that's what it seemed like on stage.
And you know what, though? I totally disagree with you, because he had great reaction in New York. But not that he didn't get the reactions. It's not that he didn't get any reactions. I don't think he felt like he got the reactions that he felt like he should have got. I feel you, and it started off with his first opening bar. His first opening bar was, and I quote, "You swag off, fag sauce," and Goods deflected it by saying, "Seriously, do you see what I'm wearing?" And the crowd agreed. And when the crowd agreed, he kind of just was like, "Damn, that was a bad move." And that's when they kind of fucked him up. That's exactly what I remember.
That's crazy.
I thought he had some shit, though. I really thought X Factor had some shit. I just think you can't show the crowd that you get affected by him.
I mean, because he almost didn't finish his whole 2nd, and he didn't finish his 3rd. So he definitely was feeling some type of way up there.
And here's another quick question, like to Noah's Disciple. Do you feel like take it personal when X Factor says shit like, "I'm not battling, or you want Earl again"? Y'all take it like that personal? Or?
No, I think
that's people reacting right after the battle, and I think they normally always feel different after some time passes or whatever, So I take it with a grain of salt when people say certain things right after a battle.
Yeah, and especially with X Factor, he did the same thing against Tech Nine, and he did the same thing against Charlie. And you know, it is what it is, bro. Like, you just gotta deal with it better. Yeah, I don't know if he's going through some stuff or whatever, but you know, sometimes it's not your day. I mean, I'm not saying he lost or he won. Like, I'm just saying what I saw when I was there. Like, you know, he got frustrated, and I think he let people. He let, you know, he let that shit bother him. He showed it.
People was cheering him on. People wanted him to finish his rounds. People was like, you know, like, nah, finish your shit, son. Like, you know, because, you know, he seemed like he was ready, like, you know, like, fuck it, never mind. And everybody was like, nah, finish your shit. Like, you know, like, you want to hear some shit. They was waiting to hear X Factor. And I just don't think they got the X Factor that they thought they was going to get in that battle.
Yeah, I mean, all right, man, I appreciate you, though.
All right, that's what's up. All right, let's go. 516, you there?
Guys?
Yeah, what's good?
Number one, first I want to commend Norbs. Like, since the last time I seen you lost OD weight, bro. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I guess he ain't hear me.
No, thank you.
All right, and first I was at the event, but I'm gonna save that one for last. I'm talking about the Math and Dose. Me personally, I'm giving it to Dose. Norbs, don't get tight at me. But I'm giving it to Dose. I feel it's the same way when Psycho and you, Norbs, when y'all was talking about the Calico and Loaded Luck thing, when y'all was like, everyone is saying how the reason why Ghost lost and not how Math won. Like, and I did this thing on my Facebook, and no one was able to actually give me something ill that Math like actually said that was tough. It was only really the jokes that he had.
Wow, you really? That's crazy. I thought that whole scheme with the handle and he started talking about the caffeine shit and loaded up. I thought that was crazy. Like, yeah, it
was all right. It wasn't that crazy. That was not, and that's just my opinion. I'm not trying to disrespect anything. That's just my opinion. I think bar for bar, Dose did beat Math, and actually by one of your artists saying the same. It's bars over everything. And I think Dose said some crazy stuff. I think Math had a better performance than Dose. I give him that, because Dose's performance isn't that great. But Dose, bar for bar, he had crazy lines. And me personally, I watched it 3 times, and I still haven't changed from the first time I seen it.
You don't think he used a lot of stuff that was already used?
Say it again?
You don't think he used a lot of shit that was already said?
Dude, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said you don't think he used a lot of shit that was already said?
Like, can you tell me one that you know that was already said? And I'm gonna explain something to you after that.
Well, for one, you said in the battle, or just in that battle, he used the one-hit shit 3 times, at least 3 times. And then there was other bars. I didn't get to watch the battle again, to be honest with you. But he used stuff that was already used. The sun-kiss shit. There was a couple other things I already heard. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is, opinion.
All right. And how many times do and this is no knock to you, but I feel like your decision is somewhat biased, because all of these rappers...
I manage Math or blah, blah, blah. I don't manage Math, so let's keep going.
No, I know you explained that to me before last time I called in. You said you don't manage Math anymore. I get that. But at the end of the day, that's still like your brother, correct? So you still have a reason to be biased.
You're basically saying that it's bars or everything. First of all, I don't judge battles just on bars. That's one. It's an accumulation of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? An accumulation of everything. If you're just going to say his playing is better, fine. But it's a battle that has everything in it. If that's how you feel those one, I respect it. You say that had the bars, I totally disagree with you. That's what you're saying right now.
All right, yes. I feel he had way better bars. That's my opinion. And I was at the battle on Saturday. First, I think what's the name? Tone Montana, he's nice. I think Lotta Zay, like you said, it was just like his experience kicks in. Lotta Zay is nice.
Yeah.
I think it was another like D-Magic and Chilla Jones. If Tone Montana didn't choke, I think it would have been overall it was an overall good battle, but I think it would have been an outstanding battle if he didn't choke at the end.
Yeah.
I still consider it a classic.
Say it again?
I love what Thomas was doing. I just think he made a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give him that. I think the Goods and X Factor battle, I think X Factor came in just because Goods' whole thing is the grown man bars. I think X Factor came in there like, you know what, you can't spit that to me because I'm gonna show you that I'm a grown man also. And he tried it and it failed. I think Goods beat him possibly 3-0, but I think it's a lot of things that X Factor was saying that just because he did say whack stuff like towards the beginning, no one was actually given a chance. So I give it to Goods 2-1, possibly 3-0, and K-Shine is a problem. I'm giving the battle to K-Shine. I want to say 3-0, but I think DNA edged them the first round. I think DNA edged them the first round, but the third round by far I think that's going to be the best round for the year. I don't think anyone's going to top that this year, unless someone comes with something that
It's going to be a hard round to beat. I will say that it's going to be a hard round to beat.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I don't want to say too much, but so he just attacked it perfectly. I don't think there was one flaw in his third. I don't think there was no one flaw except for he did stop a little short in the first round, and I think he does that a lot. If you look at all his battles, he does that a lot. Stop short in the first sometimes, but overall, he was outstanding by K-Shine. I think he needs to be on Summer Madness 3.
Okay.
We'll definitely see.
All right. Thanks for the call, though.
All
right. Let's go. 832. You there?
Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. What's good? Yeah, we hear you. What's good?
What's up, man? Yeah, man. I want to speak up on a couple things. The first thing is like, you see how fans like what he just said. K-Shine should be on Summer Madness 3. You know what I'm saying? Just based off that performance alone. I feel like stuff like that. That's what's kind of almost not necessarily messed up with where battle going, because they hold people so high just off of one. Not necessarily one, because K-Shine is nice, but it's like they automatically put them so high up off of one performance. You get what I'm trying to say? Not taking nothing from K-Shine, but I didn't go to the event. Well, let me go on Math and Dose. Math, that was like one of his best performances, man. Like people saying that he only took one angle and he joked and all the rest of that. It's like with Math, is he damned if you do, he damned if you don't. Because if he would have quote unquote bullied Dose that whole battle, niggas would have been like, oh, he tried to bully him the whole battle. And so since he said some jokes, it's like, oh, I don't like Math when he joke. He needs to bully him the whole battle. You know what I'm saying? He convincingly beat Dose. Dose is, you can tell he's a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he can rap his ass off. But he I don't think he has the battling format all the way down. He reminds me of QP almost from Sons. Like how he was rapping, you know what I'm saying, like fast, but he did say some shit. You know what I'm saying? I give it to Math 2-1. Huh?
No, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, I give it to Math 2-1, possibly 3-0. But like Noah said, I think he emptied his clip in the first round. You know. And with the I didn't go to the event, But with X Factor and Good, this is what I think it is. I think that if it was anybody else, I don't think it would be as bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he would have got on Twitter and, you know what I'm saying? I think for the simple fact that it was good. People were saying that, you know, 'cause like 80%, like old boy said, like 80% of the people said that X Factor was gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I think that's. Yeah, so I mean, if you ask anybody, they were saying Goods was ass. He was whack. You know, he is the lowest top tier. And so for X Factor to lose to, well, you know, footage ain't dropped yet, but for X Factor to possibly lose to Goods after saying all of the shit that he said about Goods, you know what I'm saying? I think he's feeling some type of way.
He did call him the worst. He thinks he's the worst.
It's hard for a lot of people to believe because X Factor has a large following, and a lot of people don't want to believe he possibly lost the Good.
Yeah, and just think about it, Psycho. It's just like if somebody was to tell you, like, you were the worst MC ever alive on the planet, and you come out and you sell 5 million records. You know what I'm saying? But they convince, and people are hearing what you're saying and they believe in it and they co-signing what you're saying. Like, yeah, man, this nigga is weak. And then not to mention, Goods got killed, in my opinion, by Hollow. So that's adding on to what X Factor was saying about him not being up to par. I feel like if it was anybody else, X Factor would have took it on the chin and he would have been like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But since it was Good, like what can X Factor say now? Like, it almost hurt him in a way. If he didn't talk so much shit about Good, it wouldn't have hurt as much.
What's confusing me why I don't understand the angle he took. That's where I don't understand the angle he took. I think X Factor should have went in there and did what X Factor normally does and try to outbar him. And that's not what he went in there and did. And yeah, that's what everybody was expecting him to do. And that's not what he did.
And it's crazy because, I mean, you know how when you can tell that somebody is better than another person, even though they lose. You know what I'm saying? Even though they lose, you still can tell who's more talented. And in my opinion, X Factor is more talented than Good. You know, it's like he's more diverse than Good. His bars are better than Good, in my opinion. He mixes it in better than Good, but Goods beat him. It's just a bad look. So let me ask y'all this: do you think that it could possibly be different on camera?
I don't think so, but you never know. You never know. I don't think so, but you never know. You never know. X Factor's best round was his first round, and I don't know. I don't think so though. I don't think so.
But you know how it's gonna go. It's gonna be he should have clearly lost, but you know the fans not gonna let him lose, and it's gonna. I mean, hey, it's gonna be like that. They're gonna be like, oh, the crowd was biased and this, that, and the third. It's just crazy, you know. And I had DNA beating K-Shine, but apparently that's not true.
Which is crazy because I was standing right outside when X Factor rolled up in the building, and like 3 people said, "I got you today, X. I got you winning, JX." This, that, and third. So like, I got people on the side.
They weren't biased.
No.
I think a lot of people underestimating Goods. But like, Goods is dope. Like, people are trying to say he don't got bars. They're crazy. Goods is one of the best battles, period, in my opinion. He's always been in our top 10, top 5, whatever. Like, he's dope. And he said it. He said, "Oh, the Lions make good his back," and he was impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, and just to have another comment on what you said, Noah, about Dose. I think that the expectation of Dose was so low that the bars he was spitting, don't get me wrong, he did spit some good bars.
Oh, I think those have to
Yeah, but the expectation of him was so low that when he did spit those bars, people automatically catapulted him to the win. It's like I really don't see how people can say that those won. It's crazy. I don't see how people can say those won. So it's just like what Mook said, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna sound good when it's going up against the greatest. Not calling Math the greatest, but Dose is D-League in comparison to Math. So if he do anything or say anything towards Math, it's gonna come up 100 times better. So that's why I think people giving the win to Dose.
Yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of people wanted to see Dose win that battle. Math definitely had more to do.
Yeah, all 3 rounds. Like he was consistent all 3 rounds. People saying that he touched on the same thing. I mean, he probably mentioned the swing here and there in each round, but you got to look at it like that's the whole reason why they there. It's like, it's like so. It's like why wouldn't they both? And both of them talked about it all 3 rounds too. People not saying nothing about that, but it's like why not talk about it? Why not talk about it? And that's the whole reason why they there. It's a rematch because of the swing.
Yeah, that's very true. Those touched a lot too.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, that's it, man. That y'all keep doing y'all thing. You know, they be killing you in the unbiased group too, man. They be killing you.
I don't even listen to that. I don't listen to that. What do they say? Let me get educated for a little bit.
I mean, as basically they just saying that for some reason you don't like Chris. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
That's the dude who I guess
we don't speak his name over here. I'll keep it real with you. I don't know him. I don't know who he is. I don't care to talk about him. To be honest with you. They can kill me all they want. It's one group.
Yeah, that's true. Hey man, y'all be easy, man.
Just remember this before you go. There's always 2 sides to a story. Remember that. And that's the problem with people. They jump on one faggot's statements about an individual.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'll admit, it seemed like the more he started going towards one side, he started speaking iller towards another side. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's how it go. It is 2 sides to each story. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
exactly. Especially when you don't know somebody, how can they have a story on you? You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
That's like me saying I got beef with Stephen Curry. I don't know Stephen Curry. Never met him. I had maybe a conversation with Stephen. Does that mean I know him? Are we interacting?
I know it was. I know. Supposedly he speaks to. That's why I was hoping Mickey was up on here. I know supposedly somebody speaks to Mickey, and Mickey saying Smack is Hollywood now. This is something that Mickey telling him. Smack is Hollywood now, and you know what I'm saying. That the way that it's structured is that y'all don't fuck with certain battle rappers. This and that and the third. You know what I'm saying. This is what being said.
Like I said in my interview at Jetlag TV. How do you know our business when you're not? We never did business with you.
Because he's saying Mickey telling them.
Now again, I'm gonna say it again. How do you know about our business when you don't do business with? And that's for everybody. That's for Mickey. That's for him. That's for everybody. I don't get it. Like, we don't talk to that nigga. We don't know him. But I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know the nigga. Like, he can say whatever he wants to say. I heard he's a fucking homo. That's what I heard. I mean, you want to believe that? It's on you. I don't really care. Like, I think giving this guy enough light. You know what I mean? Like, people want to be celebrities, earn it. Don't try to get it off of me.
Thanks for the call, man. Thanks for the call. Let's go 860. You there? 860?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah, what's good, Tycho?
What's going on, John?
Yeah, all right, man. What's good, Norb?
Yeah, what's up, boss?
Yeah, all right, man. Just 3 seconds. I just want to say, those won that battle clearly, no debate, and
no debate.
I think that's what the most people like. Actually, the logic thing, the bigger picture. If you watch the battle and be like really honest with yourself, you will see those won clearly, like no debate for real.
Okay. I don't know if anybody can say it was clearly no debating, but
from the logic point, if you see Good's battle, if you know Good about his bars and how he, like accomplish his stuff, how he, Goods have bars, man, and those have bars too. So if you like bars, you clearly say like those won the battle. That's what I have to say, man. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the call.
I don't understand who won't think Matt got bars.
It fucked me up. He said no debating. I don't mind people saying those won, but make it seem like it was just that cut and dry. I don't know about that. Because to me, Matt clearly won the second round. Clearly.
So punching 719.
719.
Yeah.
719.
Yeah.
What's good?
What's good? I just needed to get on. All these motherfuckers are saying that Matt lost. Like, are you kidding me? I had to bust down a goddamn Xanax right now just to calm my ass down, ma. That shit is fucking crazy. Matt killed that motherfucking nigga. 3-0. Straight up. Ain't no debating. Like, I don't even understand. Like, Dose's delivery was even off. He was like, he wasn't that same old Dose that was spitting like he was in the gymnasium because they ain't got to scream. He ain't got no mics no more. And then, like, he was spit. You know what Dose reminds me of? Dose reminds me of one of them motherfuckers that speak like the spoken word and shit like that. He ain't no motherfucking battle rapper and shit. Like, it's like it's like that spoken word type shit, you know what I mean? I mean, he's lyrical and shit like that, but he did not beat Math. Math is like the fucking #1 illest right now. Like, are you fucking kidding me? How could somebody say, like, you got your ass fucking knocked the fuck out and then you win a battle? Like, tell me, like, two, 3 bars in a row that he said that was fucking hot. I'm fucking heated about everybody saying that fucking Dose won. Like, before this, like, even Psycho, he was like, your Math won, blah, 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 and then, like, even, Goods, shit, all of the other rappers were, like, all pissed off that they even witnessed. They were, like, even, like, fucking, when Goods was on the show, he was, like, fucking Goods said that Dose's name should be Dope because he thinks he's on fucking crack or he thinks he's on dope. You know what I mean? Shit. I'm just all pissed off because, you know what? Math is a good dude and, like, everybody's hating on him. Like, just because they, you know what I mean? They feel he's a bully and shit like that.
I like his third round when he starts actually addressing people that hate on him. That was funny. I thought that was really witty and I thought it was funny. And I think a lot of people that got bullied didn't like that. I don't know why, but apparently that's the case.
I liked when Matt flipped his shit. That shit was funny. He's like, Dose. He's like, get in your zone, nigga, get it in. And then what are you talking about? My knuckle bones gonna hit your chin. That shit was dope.
Yeah, I mean, every to each his own, man. That's all I can say about that.
Well, you gotta say that. You gotta say Norbs. Come on, man. Like, you gotta say Math won. You gotta at least this one. Like, you never predict nothing, but like, come on, man. Like, you gotta say Math won.
I can't, man.
You can't. Math is your boy.
I told Math who I thought won. I told him, even if I couldn't real with him,
And you know what? Just one more thing, because I know you guys are trying to get to other callers, but like, I just thought it was like, it wasn't as good because there was no fucking crowd. Like, nobody was there to react. I mean, you know, battle rappers, they never react to like anybody else's shit.
It was the same situation. It was the same situation with the JC Young Hill battle. Well,
exactly.
It wasn't really a crowd there. It was just a bunch of MCs and the URL staff and entourages, and that's why that battle didn't have a lot of crowd reactions too. Same reason.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get off the line, and next time I'm gonna bring them bars right back. Hoffa.
Thank you.
Thanks for the call.
Let's take one more call and we out of here because I got a fucking headache. It's crazy.
All right, 561, you there?
Yo, what's good, Norbs? Psycho, what's poppin'?
What's good,
man on Twitter? What's good, my niggas? D-Lil man on Twitter, what's poppin'?
What's good?
Yo, I don't know what niggas is smoking dust or what, man. You can't. Niggas talking about dose one, man. Stop it. And one nigga that called in, I agree with him wholeheartedly. Math is in a no-win situation. If the nigga went up there bullying this nigga, you niggas would have been out there talking about, oh, he trying to bully the nigga for the win. He beat that nigga 2-1, 3-0 if you want to call. I like those first round. I thought the niggas, he spent too long, first of all. Should have chopped it up a little bit and save a lot of the first round, you know what I mean? Going into the second round and shit. But for me, though, Norms and Psycho, what I like most about Math Battle was the third round when he addressed dummy niggas that be calling in when he's telling niggas, yo, if you think a nigga who won, keep it tall, man. Fuck all this favorite niggas shit and all this other dumb shit, man. But nah, shout out to Math because, yo, Math was on his shit, though, man. And the shit I see with Math and Hitman, a little bit of snippet I seen of that shit, Math is on his shit right now, man. I can't even follow the nigga, man. The nigga, first of all, you gotta give the niggas props. He out there getting battles all over. He hungry right now. So you gotta give a shout out for that right there, you know what I mean? And for DNA and K-Shine, obviously I was in the battle, but I had, before the footage come out and everything, I had DNA winning that shit 2-1. Now, to keep it extra funky, if niggas are saying K-Shine won, and even when I look at the DNA recap shit, you know what I'm saying, you could tell DNA is saying he lost, but he's saying he lost. You know what I mean? You could tell just the way he's talking on camera shit. You know what I mean?
DNA's a real dude, man. DNA, he's one of the few that you can actually tell if he won or lost. He's not one of those. Nah, like, I've actually had conversations.
Yeah, him and Chilla Jones. Him and Chilla, I give them two niggas right. I give respect because I don't want Chilla battle be Magic and the nigga straight up on that said Cam, yo, I stop, I choke, yada yada yada. I forgot my bars, so I give niggas props on that. And even X Factor, X Factor winning 2-1. I was wrong on that too, because when everybody's saying Goods won, yo, Goods had to do his thing. And shout out to Goods, the Adam was back, and you can always tell when a nigga lose a battle. What's the first thing they do, fellas? They go straight on Twitter and start complaining and moaning and bitching. You know what I mean? And know what I'm saying, go man, I'll let y'all niggas go, man. Nick's on TV right now. We getting our ass bust by Doug, by Steph Curry again, my nigga. This shit looks good, though, man.
Yo, by the way, that's my man. We do business, you know what I mean?
Oh, you Steph do business?
That's my
yo, no, that nigga is wet, son. That nigga is wet like his pop Steph Curry, son. That nigga is all water.
My nigga, shout out to Steph Curry, man. So much.
Oh, we actually...
Word. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to URL and everything, man. But niggas, stop smoking that dust, talking about those speed, man. You sound stupid. You don't know. Get your bars up.
We actually got a special guest on the line, though. No, you like talking to him?
Oh my God, Daylight. I don't want to hear you right now.
No, not Daylight. Big K's actually on. Big K, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's good?
You.
Headache, bro, so let's make this quick. What's up?
What's up, bro?
I got a headache.
What's up with y'all guys, man? Hey, shit, man. What the hell y'all talking about tonight, man? Yeah, I'm coolin', man. Matt beat those 3-0. That's all. That's all, man. And you know, like, I was running around yesterday, so all I just kept seeing on Twitter, I seen a lot of the battle rappers like, yo, I don't know, man. Those was spitting some shit. So I'm like, oh, shit, I need to get home and watch this shit. Then I look at it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is they talking about, man? That shit was boring as shit, man.
You know what it is, though? A lot of people just don't like Math. It's just him. I don't know what it is to them.
I mean, that shit is evident now. Like, that shit is real evident.
He addresses it in round 3. Like, he says it in round 3.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But, you know, shout out to
And it was like, I feel like he beat him real decisively, and he was playing around. Like, he wasn't even, like, serious, and he still beat him, like, real decisively.
Yeah, I feel what's good, though, Big K? My bad, I got this headache, bro, but we can
yeah, I mean, it's hard, man. Life for the superstar Norbs, man. It's hard, man. I imagine you get headaches all the time, bro. You know?
I try to be like you, nigga. Try to be like you.
Yeah, right, man. Ain't shit. What's up, though, man? What's up with all this talk, man? I hear all this talk about Summer Man in the street, man. Everybody spreading rumors and shit, man. What you got, man? You ain't got no inside scoop?
Like I said, like, URL is a Super Bowl of battle rap, so everybody's trying to figure out. Yeah, it's funny. I like seeing the fake cards come up. Well, I got this information from Mickey Fax's third baby mother, and she told us that he's gonna battle guys. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Shut up. Just wait till the trailer drops. Yeah, I hate the so-called insiders. I spoke to Mickey. I hate hearing I spoke to Mickey, because then it makes you want to call Mickey and hey, Mickey, did this asshole speak to you? And Mickey's like, no, I don't know this guy. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I seen people saying that Mickey Fax and Daylight was battling. So what the fuck?
Jesus Christ. The battle of the weirdos. One guy's going to show up as a KKK member, he's going to show up as Michael Jackson. Oh, something wrong with Daylight, man. I'm not even going to lie. He needs Jesus. He really does.
Yo, I heard X Factor got 3-0 by half a gallon, yo.
Half a gallon. I don't know. I can't get my decision, but I mean, Psycho, what would you say?
In the building, I had 3-0 good. In the building.
Oh, okay. That's what I heard from everybody. I didn't get a chance to go myself, but everybody I talked to said
I thought you were going to be there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was, man, but I got tied up, man. I couldn't even make it, man.
It's always good to get tied up, especially by a fine-ass woman. Like, when she's nice, that's the best time to get tied up with a nice woman. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's up? Light-skinned girl, nice booty. Oh, man, it's my kind of thing.
I seen a picture of Wyclef at the joint.
Oh, yeah, Wyclef was there. He was there. You know what I mean? He was there. Jesse didn't show up, though. Apparently, like I said, he has that restraining order against him.
For real?
Yeah, Dutcher's got a restraining order against Jesse, so he can't be within a few hundred yards of Dutcher, so he wasn't allowed to come to the battle, which is weird. Shout out to Jesse, man. He's a rapist, so who knows?
I don't know. I ain't want nothing for real, though, bro. I ain't want nothing for real. I seen y'all.
Appreciate the phone, man. I'm on it. We're going to chop it up. We're going to chop it up. I'm going to
All right, let me know, man. All right, let me know, bro.
All right, later, Kev.
Get us out of here.
All right.
It is pounding.
All right. URL Battle Rap Arena. Check us out tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks to Mickey Fax and Big K for just joining us, and everybody who came to the event this weekend. We out.
Well, hold on.